Hello, I'm Mr Craven from the NET English Director team, and I'm going to be quickly talking through this quotation from An Inspector Calls. The quotation comes from the interview with Mrs Birling in Act 2, and it links to Eva's refusal to burden the father of her child, something Mrs Birling dismisses as giving herself ridiculous airs, as a lot of silly nonsense. What's clear from Mrs Birling is the distinction between the classes as she sees them. As an upper middle class woman, she's allowed to have fine feelings, airs, scruples. Eva can't. It's not just that Mrs Birling sees people like the Birlings as somehow intellectually, emotionally and morally deeper and more worthy. It's that she doesn't think the poor deserve these things, or they can't afford them. The moral contortions here are almost painful. Ruined by the immorality of the middle class that exploits them, the working class are held morally accountable, they're blamed, and they're denied the right to retain any sense of morality. And don't forget that key irony in the play. Eva, by some distance, is the most moral character when compared to the Birlings and to Gerald. After all, Birling and Sheila took away Eva's ability to work. Gerald took away her independence, her happiness. Eric took away her right to control her own body and her personal space, not to mention her future. Now she's not even allowed her feelings and her moral compass. Girl is an interesting choice. Mrs Birling seems unaware of the irony of using it here. Her justification for protecting Sheila and Eric from the consequences of their actions and, to be fair, the realities of the world around them, is because they are a boy and a girl, they're just children. And yet Eva Smith is of a similar age, but allowed no such consideration. And the reference to her position is also worth noting. Mrs Birling is referring to Eva being pregnant outside marriage, something very, very much frowned on at the time, despite it being the result, again, of middle-class exploitation. However, Eva's positions throughout the text have been dictated and then deleted by the Birlings. Her position as a worker in the factory, as a worker in the clothes shop, as a mistress, as an independent woman, and now as a mother. Instead, the only position left is the one the inspector sternly reminds Mrs Birling of, lying with the burnt-out inside on a slab.